It is now time to replace this fire alarm system, so let's go ahead and get started. Here are the devices I'm using today. I'm using these AMSCO Select-A-Horn strobes. These are fairly uncommon to see. You don't really see them all that often in new installations, but they are fairly modern horn strobes. I think they're more common in Canada, but not entirely sure. But nevertheless, we're using them today, so let's go ahead and get started. You can start by removing these two screws. Pull this unit out of the wall. Go ahead and undo our Wagos and undo our terminals. We just undid our screws for this box, so now we pull it off. Screwing in the new box. So I've gone ahead and made my wiring connections. You can see I have horn and strobe. In this case, I'm using this on 4-wire operation, which is usually unnecessary because this unit usually comes with jumpers, and you can synchronize both the horn and strobe with just one pair of wires with AMSCO sync. In this case though, I want to control the horn in the event that I want to pulse it, so that's why I have a separate circuit. And also because of that, I've set the horn to be continuous, so it'll receive a signal code from the panel. But now we can go ahead and mount this unit. There we go. Let's go ahead and remove this pull station. Let's go ahead and remove this box from the wall, being very careful to not scratch up the paint behind it or these wires. Go ahead and screw in the new box like so, and then we can begin wiring this new pull station. Nice and simple. Polarity doesn't matter because it's a conventional station. So we'll just put these cables into the Wagos. Nice and simple. Again, I love Wagos just because of how easy they are to use, and especially when you change devices out frequently, they allow you to pull things out and make changes to wiring connections without damaging the ends of wires, because especially for solid wires, if you consistently pull on them and twist them, then they end up getting damaged over time, which you really don't want. One device down, many to go. Here's some time lapses of me continuing to replace devices. You can see I had to replace all of the back boxes because the older Simplex hardware is really large, so it would look really awkward with the newer Potter devices. But here we are doing that. I also replaced the CO devices, so I just used these unmarked System Sensor Advanced speakers and speaker strobes, and it looks good. Really what I'm doing is just matching the time period of the system I'm installing, which the Potter horn strobes I'd say are about maybe late 2000s, early 2010s, so these match. This unit is a light, so I'm going to have to remove this and the horizontal back box. So this enclosure comes off, and then this is the light. Pull out these Wagos and then undo that one screw with my impact driver. Here in the bathroom, I'm installing a remote strobe. I know that this looks like a horn strobe, but it's actually just a strobe. It's kind of like the Genesis series where there's no horn, but it's the same grill printed on the unit. There's our new strobe, and then I also put up the 2WB, which is a conventional smoke detector. Pretty much standard practice here in the garage, just replace the older stuff with the newer stuff. You can see I'm replacing the older horn strobe here, but you might notice that the older horn strobe is not a 2903. That's actually a slightly different Simplex horn strobe. That's from a hybrid system I installed between the 2903s and this new system. Since I'm going to college in a couple months, I won't be home for a little bit, so I'm pre-recording some system tests. That system test is going to be released sometime later this year when I'm not home. You might have noticed that this unit is mounted a little funny. You can see there's no mounting bracket. I ran out of devices with a mounting bracket. I bought a lot of these AMSCO horn strobes, and in that lot there was supposed to be a nice weatherproof horn strobe that was supposed to go right here, but the seller forgot to include that in the lot, so they sent me another package that should be here shortly. I'm not sure when it's going to arrive. If it arrives before I edit this video, then I'll put it up and show you what it looks like. But if not, I'll just insert a picture of what it should look like. But for now, I've put up this unit here. Just mounts on a single gang hole. I mean, it works. Honestly, if I left it up here, it'd be fine because it does the job. But when I get the new one, I'll put it up. So I did actually get the one I was supposed to put up. So let's go ahead and replace this one. just screwing this unit in. Technically, this unit's supposed to go on a weatherproof back box, which is why those screw holes are so far apart. But I'm not putting an entire weatherproof back box out here. So I'm just mounting it on this little mud ring like this. And it looks perfectly fine and it works good. So that's fine. And there we go. That's what the system should look like. Well, there you have it. There's a completed system replacement. There's only one thing left to do. So let's go ahead and open this station. There you go. Thanks for watching. Please do like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Farewell.